homemade oatmeal 5 different ways: strawberries and cream, maple pecan, apples and cinnamon, cinnamon raisin, and chocolate chip cookie. And I'm going to show you the base for how you can make that or any other combinations to make spoonful after spoonful of nutty, fruity goodness. This is part of a collaboration by Budget Prepper.
Okay, we're going to start with 2 cups of oatmeal. To this, I'm going to add in a half a cup of non-fat dry milk. I'm going to add in a half a cup of brown sugar, a tablespoon of chia seeds, a teaspoon of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of ground flaxseed, a third a cup of pecans, a half a cup of dates. All right, now we'll get these put in jars and move on to the next one. All right, so here we go. Again, we're going to start with 2 cups of oatmeal. Remember what your base is. Your base is 2 cups oatmeal, a half a cup of dried fruit, a half a cup of chopped nuts, a half a cup of some kind of sugar, a half a cup of your dry milk powder. I always like to add in a tablespoon of chia seeds, and then your seasonings. So here we're going to do 2 cups of oatmeal. For our dried fruit, this is going to be strawberries and cream. So we're going to do a whole cup of strawberries, no nuts. Here comes our half a cup of non-fat dry powdered milk. And for the sugar, I'm using the coconut sugar this time. We'll add that in there, a half a cup. And then we're also going to add in our tablespoon of chia seeds. So we'll mix those in there and get those stirred up. I'll get this stirred up and put into jars, and we will move on to the next one. All right, for this one, we're going to start out with the same base. We've got 2 cups of oatmeal, a half a cup of non-fat dry powdered milk. We're going to add to this a half a cup of sugar. In this case, I'm using just regular brown sugar. And I'm also going to put in the 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. And then you're going to put in a cup of a combination of fruits and nuts. I'm going to do a half a cup of raisins and another half a cup of pecans. And 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. We're going to go ahead and get this all mixed up. All right, so we're going to start with 2 cups of oatmeal, a half a cup of our powdered milk. For the sugar, we're going to go with brown sugar, a half a cup. And remember, you want a cup of fruits and nuts. So I'm going to do like about 3/4 of a cup of dehydrated apples that I dehydrated here, and about 1/4 of a cup of pecans. I'm going to add in my tablespoon of chia seed, and then I'm also adding in 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. So we've got a nice strong cinnamon flavor in this apple cinnamon oatmeal. I'll get this all stirred up, and we'll get this put in some jars. All right, I've got 2 cups of oatmeal. We're doing our base here with adding in a half a cup of the powdered milk. The sugar we're using is going to be brown sugar, so a half a cup of that. Also putting in my 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. I'm going to add in a scoop of vanilla protein. I'm adding in a half a cup of almonds. And last but not least, about 1/3 a cup of these dark chocolate chips, just because I don't want it to be too chocolatey. And I'm going to put in about 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon just to enhance the flavor. It won't necessarily taste like cinnamon, but it'll help build some depth to the flavor. So I'm going to get all this mixed up and get this put in a jar. Totally forgot. I'm adding in about 1/4 to 1/2 of a teaspoon of sea salt. You need that for it to really have the cookie dough flavor to it. So make sure you put that in. And as you can see, this is all ready. I'll go ahead and get that put into a jar.
I hope you all enjoyed this recipe and go try to make your own meals in a jar. And for more great recipes, check out all the links in the description box below. And thank you to the Budget Preppers for inviting us to join. Have a great one, everyone. And until next time, keep your joy.